Are quail eggs more nutritious than chicken eggs? And are they nutritional powerhouses or cholesterol bombs? Hi, I'm Chung, an accredited nutritionist with a master's in nutritional sciences, here to share with you the latest evidence-based findings on healthy eating and living. In this video, I'll be comparing one large chicken egg of around 50 grams versus 5 quail eggs of around 45 grams. The chicken egg would provide 78 calories, while the 5 quail eggs would provide 71 calories, so that we have a comparison that's equivalent in energy. Let's first look at the nutrition that both eggs bring to the table. Both eggs are excellent protein sources. One chicken egg provides 6.3 grams of protein, while 5 quail eggs contain 5.9 grams. The difference is therefore minimal, making both eggs excellent choices for maintaining muscle mass and supporting metabolic health as we age. Both types of eggs are also great sources of B vitamins, preformed vitamin A, and various minerals, while being exceptional sources of the following 3 nutrients. The first is vitamin B12, which is essential for red blood cell formation, DNA synthesis, and maintaining healthy nerve function. One chicken egg provides 23% of the daily requirement, while 5 quail eggs provide 30%. Both eggs are also rich in choline. One chicken egg delivers 27% of the daily requirement for choline, while 5 quail eggs contain around 22%. Though not technically a vitamin, choline is an essential nutrient, meaning that we need to obtain sufficient amounts of it from our diet. Choline is required for the formation of neurotransmitters that are crucial for memory and brain health, and is potentially protective against age-related cognitive decline. The third nutrient that's abundant in both eggs is selenium. One chicken egg provides 28% of the daily requirement, while 5 quail eggs provide 26%, again with a minimal difference between the two. This trace mineral is involved in various antioxidant processes in the body, supports our immune system, and is essential to produce thyroid hormones. From the perspective of protein, vitamins, and minerals, quail eggs and chicken eggs seem to be pretty much comparable. But what about their cholesterol content and their impact on your cholesterol levels? Before I go into that, if you learned something in this video, help me hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons and turn on the notifications. You could also check out these other videos on other foods that have been shown by science to improve your heart health. Let's look at the fat and cholesterol content of quail eggs versus chicken eggs, and here's where the story starts to diverge. While both eggs contain similar amounts of total fat, 5.3 grams in one chicken egg versus 5 grams in 5 quail eggs, their cholesterol content might surprise you. A single chicken egg contains 187 milligrams of cholesterol, which is more than half the daily amount of 300 milligrams that's recommended by most health organizations. But 5 quail eggs actually pack a whopping 380 milligrams of cholesterol, double the amount found in one chicken egg. As such, quail eggs are much more concentrated sources of dietary cholesterol. But does eating more dietary cholesterol increase your cholesterol levels? The short answer is unfortunately yes. This comprehensive meta-analysis of 55 randomized controlled trials found a relationship between dietary cholesterol and LDL cholesterol levels. The analysis showed that intake of 200 milligrams of cholesterol, which is the amount found in one chicken egg, could raise LDL cholesterol levels by 7 milligrams per deciliter. But the relationship is non-linear, such that intakes of up to 600 milligrams per day of cholesterol, which would be 3 chicken eggs, could raise LDL cholesterol levels by around 10 milligrams per deciliter. As such, dietary cholesterol does affect your cholesterol levels, but the effect is probably smaller than that caused by other nutrients such as saturated fat. This is supported by recent research which reveals that the background diet when consuming high cholesterol foods like eggs can significantly influence cardiovascular health outcomes. This study analyzed over 200,000 participants followed over 32 years and found that consuming at least 1 egg per day was not associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. More interestingly, in their meta-analysis, the researchers found that in Asian populations, having 1 more egg per day was associated with lower cardiovascular disease risk. This other meta-analysis came to a similar conclusion, where adding 150-gram egg per day was associated with higher risks of cardiovascular disease in the US, but not in Europe and Asia. This geographic variation highlights a crucial point, which is that overall dietary patterns matter enormously. In Asian populations, eggs are often consumed at lunch and dinner, together with vegetables, fish, rice, and other foods lower in saturated fat. Whereas in the US, eggs might often be eaten at breakfast and paired with processed meats, butter, and other foods high in saturated fat and sodium. So, what does all of this mean in practical terms? Should you be eating eggs? And what about quail eggs? Before I go into that, if you know someone who's been wondering if they should eat eggs and would benefit from this information, I'm sure they'll appreciate it if you share this video with them. Putting everything together, below are 4 tips I would recommend when considering eggs for your diet. Number 1. Let's get quail eggs out of the way. Given the very similar nutrient profiles of both types of eggs and the very high cholesterol content of quail eggs, there's no need to make the effort or spend the extra money to regularly eat quail eggs. But if they do show up at the table when you have hot pot, go ahead and enjoy 1 or 2 of them. Number 2. Unless there are special dietary considerations, eggs are extremely nutritious and can be part of a healthy diet. Unless your doctor has determined a very low LDL cholesterol target that you're trying to meet, current evidence suggests that 1 egg per day within a healthy eating pattern should not be a concern for most people. Number 3. What we eat with eggs is important. 2 soft-boiled eggs together with white toast, kaya, and butter will be high in refined grains, added sugars, and saturated fat, and would probably not be conducive for heart health. But steamed eggs, or eggs with tomatoes or bitter gourd fried with minimal vegetable oil and eaten with brown rice would constitute a much healthier meal. And number 4, if you're already following a heart-healthy diet such as the portfolio diet, but your cholesterol numbers remain higher than expected, you may belong to a minority of people called hyperabsorbers, meaning that your body's response to dietary cholesterol might be greater than the average person. If so, try an experiment by taking high cholesterol foods such as eggs and shellfish out of your diet for a couple of months and retest your cholesterol levels. If your LDL cholesterol comes down by 20 milligrams per deciliter or more, you might be a hyperabsorber and unfortunately, you will need to be more careful with your dietary cholesterol intake. This would be an example of personalized nutrition where your body's response to certain nutrients might be very different from mine. And this is what I help my clients do in my private practice. Find routines and foods that are personalized to their unique bodies to reach their specific health goals. The bottom line, enjoy chicken eggs as part of a heart-healthy diet, appreciate quail eggs as an occasional delicacy, and remember that your overall dietary pattern that's rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and plant proteins matters more than any single food choice. I'm Chung from Nutrition Domus, and if you are keen to find out more about one-to-one functional nutrition counseling, where I help you personalize your nutrition to your specific health goals, head over to my website, nutritiondomus.com, and sign up for a free strategy session. In the meantime, check out these other videos where I explain how you could use various foods to reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease. See you in the next video.